we are having AC Milan having close to about 16 points. The same way applies to Inter Milan with about 15 points, Napoli 15 points, AS Roma 15 points, Bologna 13, and Como 12 points. Now, this tells you, say, at this particular material moment in time, we are actually having a competitive start-off of the Italian Serie A this particular season as compared to last season. Now, so we share Italian Serie A last season in the 2024-2025 season. You could easily attest the fact after 7 games, now Juventus train the side of Inter Milan move by 2 points. We share Inter Milan and now also train AS Roma at that material moment in time with about 5 points, and nobody this war. But these 7 games of Italian Serie A games has actually taught us, say, if you are about to have a good conducive run for these kind of clubs or more so in the most competitive games then we are having most of these coaches this season, they need to tie their particular laces and make sure that they can easily excel very well. So we'll share Maxi Allegri with AC Milan. The last time I ordered the Italian Serie A trophy at AC Milan was far back in 2011. At that time, now AC Milan could close to about 2 seasons no multi the Italian Serie A and when Maxi Allegri came to the football club after the departure of Carlo Ancelotti, I was successful with the football club, winning the Italian Serie A, winning the Champions League for quite a number of seasons. He came in and then broke that particular curse for the side of AC Milan, Abra Obabefa, that particular football club in 2011. Now he has actually come back again. Now he wants to make sure, say, at Juventus, he made a good statement with Juventus, making sure, say, he will compel them in the winning Italian Serie A. No one also in the UEFA Champions League final. Then coming to AC Milan, this is a particular football club. Last 3 seasons ago, they were able to win the Italian Serie A, and then he is hoping, say, Obitimi, Aji the Italian Serie A this particular season. Then you talk about Inter Milan. Inter for team as a Omu coach. The difference between Simeone Inzaghi and Christian Kivono is actually quite different. Although Simeone Inzaghi had that kind of mentality trait. Share Inter Milan team last season na omo champion for the Italian Serie A. Last 2 seasons na omo campaign for the Italian Serie A, and even 2023 season na omo come into the finals with the Manchester City. We saw it with Simeone Inzaghi. Last season they went into the finals against the side of PSG Football Club. We saw in against the side of Simeone Inzaghi. That tells you, say, there is a close difference between Christian Kivu team also shared this particular season for Inter Milan and a different tactical team for Simeone Inzaghi at the time Okuchi Edema the side of Inter Milan. It is quite clear. So Christian Kivu wants to also become one particular player ultimately making record, part of the 2010 historical team under Jose Mourinho, not only the Champions League, edgy the Scudetto, edgy the Coppa Italia, Edema Inter Milan. Christian Kivu also wants to do that kind of history as a player coach to have won all other titles for the side of Inter Milan, beating up most of these competitors in the Italian Serie A title this particular season. Then Napoli, you are talking about Professor Antonio Conte. He did it with Inter. He did it with Juventus Football Club. He has now done it with Napoli last season, making sure some of it may win the Italian Serie A, the Scudetto that they needed to champion on that particular course. And he also making a glimpse of that particular project. So we'll check it the point that the Napoli Football Club and the side of AC Milan is just the point pay. And even at the same point of Inter Milan and even the same of AS Roma. So make AS Roma also that fourth on that particular league sport war. Then I'm actually transferring it to Papa and also a coachy Edema the side of AC Milan, Gasperini. Gasperini has been one hell of experienced coach. He has actually coached many clubs, especially with Atlanta, making sure that last 2 seasons, all the Europa against the side of ABOU for Leverkusen into that particular major finals. Last season, it took Papa Efense the Tinkerman Claudio Ranieri to rescue AS Roma from going into the side of relegation zone. Abra Oba ultimately coming from the retirement mode and making sure that AS Roma will actually become a stable football club or don't be competing in most of the games last season. And after last season, now ABOU League we saw the AS Roma fans and supporters say Omoda Claudio Ranieri say this particular season he has taken a new role with the AS Roma Football Club, making sure so nobody must spearhead the new tactical project. AS Roma can easily attend to that particular fact. And Obenya Obi said Gasperini, honestly, a well-experienced coach. he will make sure say also ebetimi aye a tactical coach just to have that particular close comparison with these particular two football coaches are almost spearheading the agenda for AS Roma this particular season. That makes me think. Say this season we are going to have a competitive Italian Serie A games. We are going to have a competitive coaches omitimi aye a lot of things ediamo this particular. Then I talk about my parents say Fabregas last season after 7 games now Fabregas Como any baby and no money no, but this season with the side of Como he has been able to have close to about 12 points. So we'll check it. The number of points are at that Como and the first club in Tema it's just about 4 points. It tells you say when he is able to win about 4 matches consistently for himself, he can easily also come to the top of that particular table. Making sure say last weekend Obebu Juventus Football Club I go to door by 2-0 at the time. And Arsene Wenger and then Thierry Henry was in the stands watching the side of Fabregas. It tells you say he had a good moment with Como and then he will want as much as possible to make sure so winning a lot of games at the side of Como Football Club. Then you come into the Spanish La Liga. We've seen Xabi Alonso making sure say Obe generate all the football, Obe generate a lot of tactics, a lot of game management surrounding the side of Kylian Mbappe. And